This program was brought to you by the Al-Kharid Gate Guys, stealing your GP since 1999. What's up, guys? We're going to count down what I believe to be some of the most richest NPCs in RuneScape. Now, before this countdown begins, let me just tell you that yes, I do know that men have an unlimited supply of GP, as well as many other NPCs out there that you can thieve from to gain coins indefinitely. And just for that reason, I have excluded them from this list, so men won't be on here. Or farmers. Or guards. Or warrior women. Actually, on second thought. Anyway, let's get the countdown started. Number 10, Nelodian, that little dwarf that will sell you a giant deadly cannon which will require from you no identification, no background check, or mental evaluation. Now, I thought seriously about not including this NPC simply for the fact that his price for a cannon just barely is a little bit higher than the price that you could get a cannon for via the Grand Exchange. But the reason why I did include him is for all of you iron men and women out there who deserve to have yourself a cannon from Nelodian, without any identification, background check, or mental evaluation. No, but seriously though, if you really think about it, a cannon is very useful in RuneScape when it comes to combat sometimes, and iron peoples need cannons too. That's why he's on the list. Number 9, House Butlers, whether it's a regular butler or a demon butler. I'm not racist, but these guys will literally do anything you tell them to do whenever you tell them to do it. For a fee. What? It's a cheap fee. It's worth it. The regular butler charges 5k every now and then, but as far as the demon butler, he appreciates the finer things in life, so he charges 10k every now and then. Butlers are very useful if you're training construction, and I'd imagine that they rack up some coins after you've had them for quite a while. I've had my butler for a while now too, and I'm at 71 construction, and I definitely know that he is probably richer than me by now. In fact, I don't know why he hasn't just dipped on me and bought himself like 20 new houses already. Oh wait, it's probably because I keep giving him 5k. Number 8, Santa Bok, the tribesman that guards the Brimhaven dungeon. Players must pay this hustler 875 GP every single time they want to enter the Brimhaven dungeon. Plus, if you think about it, if you've got a low-level account that can't use Neve yet, don't have enough Slayer reward points to skip tasks, and always have to restock at banks just to complete their Metal Dragon tasks, they probably have to pay 875 GP a lot. Not to mention the charter ship funds either. This guy's probably pretty rich. Number 7, the people I just spoke of. The charter ship guys. Anytime you want to go to Brimhaven, Catherby, Karamja, aka Musa Point, Mostly Harmless, Port Khazard, Port Phasmatis, Port Saren, Port Tyrus, or the shipyard, you have to pay these guys quite a bit of money, especially with the Port Phasmatis transportation method costing you 3.5k every time if you haven't gotten an Ectofile yet, which you really should. Everybody needs some Ectofile in their life. But anyway, not only will these guys take you clear across the map of RuneScape for a hefty price, but they are also the only NPCs in the game that can provide you with molten glass. If you're an Iron Man, everybody needs molten glass in their lives too. Take notes here. I'm just kidding. But seriously though, these guys have got to be pretty ballin'. Number 6, the Sawmill Operator. Not only does this guy look like Walter White in RuneScape 3, but again, man, iron people, the only reason why they can train construction is because of this guy's existence. And let's be completely honest, how many of you at least a couple of times cut the oak trees around Varrock, took the logs to him to convert them to oak planks to make a little bit of profit? Nobody? Just bots? Really? Anyway, as far as I know, this guy is the only NPC in RuneScape that can convert logs to planks, so for that reason he has definitely got to be at least one of the richest NPCs in RuneScape that there is. Number 5, the General Store Clerks. Probably some of the biggest item scammers in the game too, I might add. Considering every chisel, bucket, rope, pot, tinderbox, and newcomer map in the game has come from these guys' shops, they've got to have quite a bit of gold in their pockets. Plus, when you first started, you can't tell me that you didn't fall for their trickeries either when it came to selling items to them, and then buying back those items because you realized that you messed up. Also, at one point in time, there was no Grand Exchange in RuneScape, so these guys gladly took all of our junk when we didn't need it off of our own hands. Number 4, the very own sponsors of this video, the Al-Kharid Gate Guys, stealing your GP since 1999. I have to say that. So until you rescue these motherfuckers, Prince, they will always take 10 GP from you before allowing you to pass into Al-Kharid. For a long time in RuneScape, before I became semi-smart, I had no idea what quest I had to do or even that I had to do a quest to get these guys to just stop item scamming me. They also existed in RuneScape Classic 2, so if you count the whole converting from RSC to RS2 all the way up until today in RS3 and once again now in OSRS, These guys got fat stacks for sure, man. Number 3, Bob the Axe Dealer. The bots require axes, and oh does Bob provide, every day, always. Also, if you let your barrel's armor degrade completely, drop your barrel's armor, put your barrel's armor on a table, or just die with your barrel's armor and somehow make it back to the area where you died in, you will have to take said barrel's armor to Bob to get it repaired. Granted, not everybody has barrel's armor in RuneScape. Oops. However, Bob has been around since the Barrels minigame released, so I'd imagine that he has stocked up quite a bit of dough over the last, almost a decade's worth of Barrels armor repairs. He truly is not a dumb man. Number 2, the Skillcape Masters. With over 200 million accounts created in RuneScape, I am sure that there have been a lot of players who have come and gone from this game who were OP enough to achieve Skillcape status before they left the pixelated life. Whether you chose the pixel life or the pixel life chose you though, I'm sure most of you watching have gotten a 99 before, and let's be honest, you're not gonna not pay 99k after slaving months or even years for that 99 cooking level, are you? Wrong, you're gonna go straight to the Chef's Guild, man, like immediately. Also, if you consider the amount of players that do have 99s in RuneScape, which is displayed on the RS3 wiki page, that's a lot of 99Ks that all of the Skillcape Masters have racked up since Skillcapes came out in 2006. Number 1, Bankers. Now you're probably thinking that I'm gonna say Bankers are the richest because they hold all of our stuff, right? Wrong, man, these party hats are mine, not the Bankers. So the Bankers are number 1, let me tell you why. Because when you get permanently banned in RuneScape for botting or whatever you decide to get permanently banned for, I would assume that all of your items in your bank don't just disappear because, what if you get unbanned? You could log back in and still have all your stuff in the bank, but no sir, while you are banned, your items officially and finally belong to the Bankers of RuneScape. And those botters, man, they can get pretty rich. And so can the Bankers when the botters get banned. And that is why I believe they should be number 1. Thank you for watching, gentlemen and real grills. Before the video ends, I'd just like to say thank you to Kiati15 and AggersRS for donating to the channel via the support button on the channel. You guys do make my life special, and I love you. That's all I've got for you guys today, and I'll talk to you all later. This program was brought to you by the Al-Kharid Gate guys, stealing your GP since 1990.